G'day, and welcome to Pattaya Down Under. This is Steve-O. Ada, how you doing, mate?
Yeah, good, mate.
That's good. How's the week been for you?
Yeah, good. Another week gone, another week down, only a couple to go.
It's getting closer.
I think I've said it a couple of times. God knows when this will go out, this recording, but as we're recording, 2 weeks left.
Yeah, very good.
2 weeks to go.
Yeah. So, yeah, we have been talking about how we're going to try and do a few things, but we'll get to that. We'll
No, we'll get to it now.
Do you want to talk about it now?
Like what? Because I got to know what you're talking about.
No, remember we were talking about, while you're over there, you'll call me and, we'll do a couple of podcasts over the phone. And
we've got to find a way to do that recording, how the best way for us to record. We're going to be running a couple of tests on our... We don't have state-of-the-art recording equipment, but we do have little microphones and stuff that I'll bring with me, and we'll... try and see what we can come up with.
Well, we'll try a few different techniques. I've got some ideas to record so it's not echoey.
Oh, okay, yep.
But I'll let you know about that.
Yep.
So we'll do that, and hopefully you can talk to a few people when you're over there and try and
that's the plan,
do that too.
Yeah, that's the plan.
I know you're meeting up with a few guys, so maybe one or two of them might want to have a chat, or even if a couple of them want to have a chat.
Yeah, look, I know one of the guys, he wrote into us and he did say that, he has a history over there. I won't go into too much detail because he at the time he said he wants to keep it quiet. He doesn't want to talk about it. He said, but one day we'll chat about it. So I can speak to him, and I'll be meeting him over there at some point, and we'll have a chat and see if he's happy to do an interview, and we'll try and keep him as anonymous as possible.
Anonymous?
I don't know why I struggle with that word.
Anonymous.
Anonymous as possible.
All right. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, and I'll be catching up with and this email we're reading out today, and we're going to discuss. He brings up a few points, so we'll touch on all these points. Mate, we'll talk about a few of these points, but I reckon if we did a lot of research, which we don't do any of, but we could actually make individual episodes out of some of these points.
Our research is done live in Pattaya when we go, mate. That's our research.
Yeah. And he mentions in this email, he enjoyed listening to our recording with Leon.
Oh, yeah. I did read that, yes. That's right.
And I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but I'm over in Thailand. When I'm over there, Leon will be there, so I'll be catching up with him a fair bit. We'll be running amok over there, and I don't know, maybe he can hook us up with someone to chat to, do a recording with. He's got a lot of contacts there. So, but anyway, that's what's to come. Once I get back, that's a few weeks away.
I might be still coming with you though. I bought a Tats Lotto ticket. So.
Oh, right, that's right. You bought the Lotto ticket.
I bought a little ticket.
Yeah, no, fair enough. All right,
just to keep that opportunity.
Yeah, well, you never know. You never know,
mate.
It's there.
Never know.
The opportunity's there.
Big stretch, but
look at time again. The time of recording. I reckon once we finally get this out, I might even be there or a week or so away from there. I've emailed. We've been a bit slack. I've emailed English Dave. Someone we spoke to, or did we read his email out? Someone mentioned
careful with names because you might forget.
No, English Dave. That's all I know him as, English Dave.
Anyone else? Don't mention anyone else.
Someone else said that he'd be good to get on the show. So we've actually dropped him an email
cool.
But I haven't heard back from him. So, but that was only a few hours ago, and there is the time difference in the UK. So I'm hoping to hear back from him in a few hours. So we'll have him on, and we've also got another few emails from
various people. Why don't you kick it off?
Various other people that want to come on the show I'm talking about.
Oh, yes. I was actually wanted to know whether you wanted to mention that or not.
Mention it, yeah. I'm happy
we've been contacted. Someone reached out to us to ask us if we wanted to do a podcast together, and which we want to do.
We'll drop a name.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know. I can't remember. Do we?
His podcast is.
What's it called?
My Thai Wife.
My Thai Wife. Yeah.
Yep.
So we'll do a podcast with him. I think it'd be great to do that.
A collab.
A collaboration. Collaboration. Sorry. Yes.
Yep. So, I've also mentioned to him that we're busy leading up to Thailand, so that may not happen until I get back. Honestly, I can't see us having any time to do it beforehand with you and your new job and.
Well, look, I can make
my social life.
Yes, well, I can make contact with him and
we'll see what we can do.
Yeah. Well, you never know what might happen with my career.
Well, you might win lotto.
Well, that's not my career.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. So so we'll kick off. Start reading this email.
Yeah. So this email came to us. Hang on.
Yeah, you kick it off. Go.
Let me scroll down because I think he's got an alias. Feel free to use this name. I'm reading that right, aren't I? So feel free to use this name.
Well,
so,
unless you're saying feel free to use this name.
That still doesn't make sense.
Call him this. Call him this.
No. Amos. Anyway, Amos. He said at the end, feel free to use this name. So I hope, that's all good. Anyway, so Amos wrote to us, and he comes up with some good points. So what we'll do, we'll read through this email. I think, did I just say it before? Yeah, I said that there's a few good points in this email that you could have probably almost.
It's only the fourth time you've said that.
Make a whole episode of. So, but what we'll do now, we'll read it and we'll just give our opinion. Some of it I really don't know much about, like retirement stuff. So I'll just.
How about you kick off the email?
How about I just read the email?
I reckon that's a really good idea.
That. What do you reckon, guys? Yep. Yeah. Hello, gents. Just wanted to drop you a quick email to congratulate you and thank you for the podcast. The podcast has been very good for me for two reasons. Firstly, I find it very enjoyable to listen to on long shifts, and it helps to kill the time for me. Secondly, it gives me a why. Now, this is what I like.
Yeah, there you go.
It gives me a why. When you're working long hours, it can all get a bit monotonous, but a reminder that your next potato trip is coming up can give you a real boost and a reason to turn up to work.
Yes, yeah, I understand that.
I think I've touched on this before, back when I first separated, divorced, whatever you want to call it. You're going through custody of the kids and all the messy shit, and so you'd have some pretty shit days. But because back then I was going twice a year, I was doing 2 weeks twice a year, and just knowing that I was going there would get me through. Like it would seriously would. It sounds silly, maybe a bit superficial, I don't know, but just it's really good. It gets you up, like he says, gets you going to work every day and gives you a reason to live, I suppose. It sounds a bit dramatic, but yeah, it's I agree.
That does sound dramatic.
Wholeheartedly. I reckon I've mentioned that on a few episodes, but yeah.
But it does give you a reason to it gives you a better outlook for yourself because you've got something to look forward to.
Well, I've mentioned before, I got raped anally by my ex-wife and the court system and everything, and I've ended up with fuck all. I remember a few years after my divorce, my daughter said to me, "Dad, why didn't you ever buy a house?" I said, "Because I've been busy paying maintenance and school fees and all this other shit, and I've never been able to afford it."
I did have a house.
Yeah, well, I did, but she got it. I say to her, if I saved every penny, after about 7 or 8 years, I probably could have saved enough for a deposit, bought a house, got a mortgage. But that 7 or 8 years, I would have done nothing with myself. And at the time, leading up to my divorce, I've worked since I was a teenager. I've bought houses, built houses with my ex-wife. I've worked and supported the family. And as I said, bought a house, then we built a big house and all that kind of shit. And I got to that point where I was like, I just rather would have just quality and value, yeah.
I understand. I was still married when you were going through that, so I was still in a house.
Yeah.
And then went down the same path later on.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. But, I mean, you did better out of your divorce.
I did.
I did. My ex-wife made it her lifelong goal to fuck me over, and she's reached that goal. Tick that off your bucket list, sweetheart.
I'll have to call you Peg.
Why?
You got pegged.
I got pegged. Anyway, enough about my shitty life.
It's all right now, mate.
This is a happy podcast.
Now. It's all right. It's all good.
Anyway, are you going to go?
I think so. Turn up to work. Yeah, I particularly enjoyed the episode where you had your mate who owned the bar, and he says here that his name escapes him. It was Leon.
Leon, yeah.
This was a fascinating episode and one that I'd love to hear more about. If you can find other guests with similar experiences, etc., which we will try.
Yeah.
I've recently been thinking, and I don't think 1 or 2 trips to Pattaya per year is enough for me. It makes the number of weeks in between too long, and we've said that before, haven't we?
Yeah.
Like while you're there, you're like, great, I'm here, and you enjoy it. Then you've got to endure that remaining 20-something weeks in between before you go again,
Yeah.
Not 20-something weeks, probably more, probably 30 weeks.
Yeah.
I absolutely 100% agree. I'd rather go for 3 trips a year and make them about 10 to 12 days each. It makes the downtime bearable for me. This got me thinking of a topic for you. Okay, so this is the section.
Before we get into that topic, I want to go back about where he mentions Leon. We were going to get a friend of Leon's on, and he so Leon gave us a lot of information about what happens behind the scenes, and this other guy was going to give us a lot of stuff. He was going to give us stories, and he was going to give us some really juicy goss. So much so that last minute he decided it's probably not a good idea for him to divulge that information. So fuck knows what he had to tell us, but he pulled out. So, but respectfully, fine, that's fine. I don't know I don't know what information he had, but I'm sure. Yeah, I'd probably if you got a lot of that kind of dirt on people over there,
I might reach out to Leon because I've got a voice changer.
Oh, okay.
So maybe his mate might work. Yeah,
it might work. Maybe we can have a chat to him about that. Yeah, I wonder if that would. I mean, it's not so much about the voice, but just the information he gives might be detailed, and whoever's listening might go, "I fucking know exactly who you are." Maybe, I don't know.
Well, I mean, we can only put it to him, and if he decides that he can say it in a way that he doesn't get himself caught up in anything.
Yeah. Anyway, that's months down the track. Yeah, cool. We've got enough shit to deal with over the next few months. Yeah. So back to the email. This got me thinking of a topic for you.
Yep.
Where can you save a few dollars on your next potato trip? Well, I think if you're looking at saving money, first I'd start with accommodation. I like to stay in a nice hotel with a pool, something that changes your bed every day. Sorry. When I say changes your bed, I mean the sheets, but something that's clean, and I like to stay there. So you're going to pay a little bit extra. I've also stayed in some of the I shouldn't say bottom end hotels. Some of the, a place called Opie de Place. I've mentioned it before on here. I think at the time, I'm not sure what it's worth now, but I was paying something like 35 Australian dollars a night. That had a pool.
Say that again. How much a night?
35 Australian dollars a night.
Where was that?
Opie de Place.
I recall that.
I've mentioned it a few times.
Yeah, I think so.
So you know where that. Soi Lenki.
Yes.
Right. So you come off Soi Buakhao, up Soi Lenki, maybe 50 metres or so on your right is a hotel, Opie de Place.
Right.
That's the one where I stayed. Remember, and I told you the girl, we were sitting in the pool and looking at into my room, and she goes, my friend was with the customer there and he died or something. Remember?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so
I remember that story.
That place. But yeah, so you're talking $35 a night, and that still has a pool. Like I said, it's a bit older, like even the air conditioning system, sort of the older system, but clean and, it's cheap. But if you want to go real cheap, and again, I don't know prices, that's 35 Australian dollars, which was probably, 20...
How long ago was that, though?
That would have been about 8 years ago, probably.
So it's probably maybe $40 or 45
maybe 40,
now.
yeah.
Still, that's cheap.
Still, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
But I know there are places where, I don't know if whoever knows Pattaya, you can walk around Soi, LK Metro, Soi Diana, up the top end of Diana near Buakhao. And, where you go in your little bars, up above, they have rooms there for rent. And they're probably only like $20 a night Australian.
Look, 35 and they've got a pool. I don't care how old the air conditioning is as long as it works.
Yeah.
If it's clean, if you are trying to do it on the cheap, like at the end of the other thing, we've said this many times, right? When you go to Thailand, if you want to go there and save money, go and have a good time.
Yeah.
We've said that before, right?
Yeah.
So if we're only talking here about things you can reduce in cost that are not going to inhibit your fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? Because I'm not going to go there and say, well, I'll only go out every second night. Well, I'm only going to have 2 beers every night. Or that's not what I'm...
No.
I hope that's not what we're talking about.
Well, I don't know.
Because what's the point?
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, you can kind of do that on cheap, right? So let's say it's a 2-week holiday, right? Is that what he says? 10 to 12 days, right? Let's say 10 to 12 days. Let's say 12 days. Just don't go out and get shit-faced every night.
Well, okay, read this section he's written here, right? Just so we got an understanding of where he's going with this.
Yep, that's probably a good idea.
All right. So he said here, saving $1 here and there can be the difference between being able to afford another trip in the year. I've done a number of trips where I dropped $10K on top of flights and accommodation over 2 weeks, and it's just not sustainable for me for making more trips. So I'm going to try and focus on having a fun trip where I don't go overboard, hoping that enables me to be able to do 3 trips a year, hoping to keep it close to 5K for 10 days and see if I can get 3 trips a year done. Right. So he's talking about cutting costs altogether. Like what can he cut down as an overall, not just a couple of things here and there.
Yeah.
Because he's trying to fit 3 trips in a year.
I mean, if he's dropping 10K on that's on top of flights and accommodation. Yeah, okay, I can see people doing that.
It's not hard to do.
It's not hard to do.
Even though it's not expensive over there from a certain perspective. Like you can spend a lot of money if you want. But what do you reckon the biggest, in a night, what do you reckon the biggest cost is?
Drinks, girl drinks, and girl drinks and
your own drinks.
Anything girl related.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what I think.
Not even necessarily your own drinks. Like, let's say the average bar, say it's 100 baht for a beer, right? Just 100 baht for a beer. You could drink 100 beers. No, you're not going to drink 100. Let's say, let's say
for 3 years of trips, yeah, probably.
It's 100 baht. 10 beers is 1,000 baht. You could drink 30 beers. You're going to spend 3,000 baht, right? How much is that?
In our $100 and something dollars.
Yeah, exactly. That's 30 beers too, mind you.
We do that. We do that in half a night.
Exactly. Yeah. That's 30 beers. The expense isn't coming from your beers. It's the lady drinks and the girls and
yeah. You're right. You're right.
Stupid enough to ring. The
I
bell.
only said that as in overall.
Yeah,
it's the drinks.
And then
what you might do.
You can cut back on costs with food. You can eat street food. Maybe book a hotel that serves breakfast, so you're not
that first initial one's out, not include, like you don't have to go and breakfast every day.
I mean, it kind of works out the same, I guess. I believe, but
some
hotels offer breakfast as a part of the.
What's the cheapest breakfast there? Like I remember when we went, it was
what are they? 120
baht.
Yeah,
so it's $6 for breakfast, right?
Yeah.
So if you think about that, if your hotel room costs you $35 a day,
actually, you know what? That's probably. Actually, what I just said then, I've just probably contradicted myself because I know booking through Agoda and all that shit, you pay $20 a day extra for breakfast.
You're better off going out.
So maybe that's something you could look into. Is the hotel I'm staying at charging me more for breakfast?
Yeah.
If so, what are they charging me? Because I can get breakfast for a third the price down the road.
Correct.
Lunch, and I don't do this for cutting costs. I just do it because, I don't eat much. I try not to eat too much during the day. You just get fucking a 50 baht meal off the street, 100 baht meal off the street, a fucking pad thai or pak kapow or something.
Well, how many times have we sat in the bar and said, have you got a menu? Yeah. I'll order one of those. And,
yeah.
And it costs us like, $9.
Yeah. And, and for dinner, well, again, so cutting costs. Don't go to the steak joints. Like, we went to the steak joints and that. Don't go there.
No, you don't need to if you're going to save money.
Go to little pokey Thai restaurants. Get yourself a fucking bowl of rice, some noodles or something. Done.
I'm happy to go.
You could spend probably Australian dollars. You could spend $25-$30 a day for food, and that's eating well.
Now, when we go, we always say, "Oh, we'll do this and we'll do that," but then we end up going, "No, let's go steak tonight."
Yeah,
we do, right? You know why? We're on holiday.
Yeah, well, that's right. Yeah,
but I understand what Amos is saying is he's trying to fit 3 trips in. Yeah, so that's a different story. He's actually trying to go there more often. So he's got to try and work out how can I budget this.
Yeah, but
so I get it.
I guess you got to factor in also. So what you're saving. Let's say you want to go on 3 trips a year, and then you go, all right, I can afford to do 3 trips a year, but I'm going to live cheap. I'm going to buy my food off the street. I'm going to go to a cheaper hotel, maybe get a girl every second night. I'm going to do all that to make it a bit cheaper. But then you're going three times a year. You're still spending. You're spending, let's say, $5,000 on airfares and accommodation 3 times a year. So that you're spending.
But I think for him, what he's trying to say though is he wants to be there 3 times a year.
But in his, yeah.
So if you look at it like, say, he's got 10 or 12, so let's say 11. So let's say if he went 2 times a year and he went 12 days each time, right, that's 24. But if he goes 3 times, he's going, say, 33 days.
Yeah.
So he's got that extra 9 days there that wouldn't have had.
Yeah.
So maybe that's more the point, that he just wants to spend more time there.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, I think that's what he's saying. Yeah.
Yeah. So, the accommodation airfare is going to cost him more because he's staying there 3 times.
If he has, look, I definitely think if he can control himself, I know I'd struggle to go there for 12 days and fucking, not buy drinks for people and do that kind of, I'd struggle. I get sucked in even when I fucking tell myself I'm not going to.
You're about to say something.
They're good at what they do.
They are good at what they do. But what you were probably alluding to something there, and I think this is maybe a good one. Maybe Amos hasn't thought of this, or he has thought of this. I don't know. But instead of going 10 and 12 days, right? Why doesn't he go do 2 16-day trips?
No, because I think his point is the time between each holiday. If you do 3 12-day holidays, there's a shorter time to wait. It's 4 months potentially,
True.
Which is fucking brilliant.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
But if you went 2 16 days, let's say, say he did that 2 16-day trips, he'd spend less on airfare.
That's right. That's exactly right. Yeah.
Right. So that extra, and I'm not sure what he'd pay. We would pay $800 return.
But
Is it $800 return for us?
Depends who we fly with. Yeah.
But let's just say,
it's about, let's say around $1,000. We can get
right,
$1,000. Yeah.
Right. So that's 22,000 baht.
Yeah. 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 I guess at the end of the day, if he, I think if he's cutting back on things while he's over there, then he can afford the airfare and accommodation for that extra trip. Yeah. I don't know. That could work.
It could, but if you stayed there for 16 days, it's not a bad holiday.
Yeah, I know. But, all right. So you go there 16 days, right? You come back and you're like, I've got 6 months till my next trip, So you wait 6 months.
It's half a month. Each trip, 16 days is like half a month, right? So it's really like 5.5 months you're waiting.
All right.
Hey, I'm just being...
No, okay, fine. We'll play your game.
All right, yeah.
So you go there for 12 days.
Yeah.
All right. You come back. You're waiting less than 4 months for your next trip.
Yeah. But the time you've spent there is the same.
I know. I like his logic.
I'm not against his logic.
For me, I couldn't do it because when I go over there, I couldn't budget. I wouldn't be able to budget. I'm not good with money as in general, let alone when I'm on holidays in fucking Pattaya.
All right. I'm just looking from the perspective of how much money you're trying to save, right? So if you're trying to save money, 2 trips will save you money. $800, or let's say 1,000, as you said, right? $1,000, 22,000 baht to spend at Pattaya. I think that's, I don't know. To me, that makes sense.
Yeah. Maybe.
That's a huge saving.
Yeah. But if you cut back on your accommodation, you might be maybe saving $500 a trip. There's $1,500 you're saving.
But if you did that even in your 16-day trips, you still have more money again.
Yeah. Okay. But I think that's his point.
I know. He just wants to go more often. He wants to go, from what I understand, I'm just trying to be an asshole here, but I think, no, I'm not.
Leave Amos alone, mate. Amos just wants to have a good time and you're fucking bringing him down.
I always say have a good time. But I'm just saying, for saving money, if you do the numbers, going twice will save you more money.
Yeah.
Saving $1 here and there can be the difference between being able to afford another trip to the. I've done a number.
That's right. We were reading an email, weren't we?
Yeah, we were reading an email. I've read all that, haven't I? Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's another random question that I just thought of. Can you drink in cars or taxis over in Thailand? I've never.
Read on.
Whenever I land or head from Bangkok to Pattaya, I'm hanging for a beer in the car on the way, especially if I've already broken the seal on the plane. I've snuck a few sneaky ones in the back seat before, well, most of the time, but I'm not sure what the go is with this. Is it kosher or not? Now, I've never, like every time we've got in the taxi ourselves and just gone in there, I having a drink the first moment is not mine. I just want to get there.
I just want to get there, yeah. I'm not thinking about that.
So I've never thought about, can I bring a drink in there?
No.
So I don't know. Have you?
No, I've never really thought about it. No, to be honest.
And every time I leave a bar, I'm not.
Which is surprising because over here we're always like
we've got
we'll grab a traveller.
Correct.
I don't know what they call them in your country, but if you're on your way to a party or on your way somewhere,
a couple of travellers on the way.
Drink, you grab a couple of travellers, come in, a couple of drinks on the way.
That's it.
But I've never thought of doing that over there for some reason. I don't know, maybe it's because I'm just too eager to get there. But look, with that, I would say you're in Thailand, right? Probably just say to the cab driver, because from Suvarnabhumi Airport to Pattaya, about half an hour into the trip, about a further way down, or maybe a bit less, a bit closer, there's that truck stop thing with fucking KFC, McDonald's, and I'm pretty sure there's a 7-Eleven there. Now, I know they don't serve, I think, I don't know if it was a COVID thing or not, but they don't serve alcohol after a certain time, I think. So depending on what time you're going there. But I'm sure if you said to the driver, mate, I'll give you an extra 200 baht if you let me if you stop at 7-Eleven and let me back and buy a few beers. Money talks over there, mate.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, money talks over there. Unless you're in some kind of shuttle bus service, like you're catching the bus from Pattaya, or you're in there with other people you don't know, might not work. But
Have we? I mean, I didn't do the search on Google or anything after everybody's email. Did you do a search and try and find out if you can drink in their cabs and stuff?
No, I didn't. No, I didn't. I'd imagine, like I said, it would be the kind of thing. It'd be the kind of thing, I guess, that it's one of those laws in Thailand that nobody really abides by, you know?
Yeah.
I'd imagine.
Like
I said, money talks. If you offer the bloke a couple $100 baht extra and fucking chuck that in your pocket, champ, and turn a blind eye.
Well, you're not allowed to monger over there either. And
exactly my point. So yeah, I don't know about that one. Yeah.
All right. Well, there's that. And there's the next one here. Another topic I'd love to explore in the future is the reality behind actually retiring in Pattaya. Is it a good option, or does the novelty wear off? You probably have to ask someone that's actually living there.
Yeah, yeah.
Are we better just to stay in Australia and work and make money and take holidays there when we feel like it? Would living there full time take away from the short term fun? Would you just end up fat, poor, and alcoholic? we know a couple of guys that are there.
Yeah. So my take on this, well, how can I say it? The dream would be to retire in Thailand, Pattaya. But for me, that would be my main. Firstly, I don't know. I'd want to be at least. I'd want to be around my kids. I want to see them, families, and I want to spend time with them and their families when they're growing up and all that kind of stuff. I wouldn't want to miss that. No disrespect to anyone who's living over there or who's retiring over there, but I don't know if I could do that. I sort of look at these guys and go, don't you miss your kids and your family and your grandkids and that? But it would be great to retire over there. That would be my concern, though. Boredom would take over, and the only thing you can do there that's easy access is
eat,
the bars.
Drink, and bar.
Yeah.
No, I'm with you though. Well, because we've had many discussions about this and talked about, maybe we could retire there in a whole bit. And I've always thought if I was going to do something like that, I'd go 3 months, come back 3 months, 3 months, come back 3 months. And I'd plan it around so that, Christmas
for
and my
birthdays
kids'
and Christmas and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm the same. Lucky for me, Christmas, my birthday and my daughter's birthday all happen within a month of each other, And then my son's somewhere in he's in July. So I've given it thought. So for me, it would work perfectly.
I could do the same.
Come home every 6 months, whatever.
Yeah.
I could do that. And that's what he says. He says, would living there full time take away from the short term fun? I've always imagined I'd do that. Maybe 3 months here, 3 months there, and then maybe I don't know. Maybe you're sort of looking forward to going over there every time. Then when you spend 3 months here, you're like, oh, I can't wait to go see my kids and, their kids, hopefully one day if I become a grandfather, my grandkids, I can't wait to go see them. And then you spend time with them and you're there for a few months and then you're like, oh, I'm going back to Pattaya.
And the thing is
is that the ideal way? But
the other side of it is while you're there and they want to come for a holiday.
They can come for a holiday, yeah, exactly, yeah.
They've got somewhere to stay.
But in saying that, we know people who are expats over there, they're retired there, and they're social media, they're always putting shit up on social media about how much better living in Thailand is than it is here. They're old school. One bloke in particular, he's old school.
Yes, correct.
He's a bit like us politically,
yes.
And the woke shit that goes on in the Western world now, he's really, he doesn't like it.
And now that you just said that, keep going, sorry.
He's right over far right. I'm obviously not where he is, but I understand a lot of the things he doesn't like about this country, but I'm not that. Yeah.
So now, saying what you said about they're over there. Yeah. They've all got partners.
That's right.
Right now, because they've all got partners, I'm just going to read the last bit of Amos's email.
Yep.
Right. Also, is trying to eventually get a full-time Thai partner actually a good goal? Are we just better to keep doing it the way we are and leave them in their natural habitat.
Yeah.
Anyway, keep up the good work. Now that I've listened to all of your episodes, I eagerly wait each new release, so please keep them coming. Now, they've all got partners over there, and I think that's what helps them.
Yeah.
Because I think if you went there and you lived there on your own and just stayed there for 12 months,
Yeah.
I don't know how well you'd cope.
I think the mongering would get bored. You get bored of it after a while.
You'll eventually just find one and just go, stay with me a while and have a companion.
And that would be my concern for me. My concern for me would be, you'd do the mongering for so long and you'd fucking, after a year or two, whatever it is, you'd sort of probably get sick of it. Let's say, for example, you've even found yourself a hobby and you're keeping out of the bars, you're keeping relatively fit and healthy and you're doing all right, just mongering and having a good time doing that. After a year or so, you're going, this is fucking boring. Maybe, I want to find something with a bit more substance, a relationship with a bit more depth. I find myself a girlfriend. Find yourself a girlfriend, 6-12 months down the track, you're going, fuck, I miss going to the bars and picking up, I know that's what I would do.
Yeah.
So I don't know how I'd handle that situation either.
So I think where he says, is it better just to keep doing what we're doing? And I think that while this is what you're enjoying,
yeah,
keep doing it. Because if you change it and all of a sudden you're not enjoying it anymore, you could spoil what you've had.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's right.
So I think Amos is onto it there, that it's better to just stick with what you're doing.
Yeah.
Because you're enjoying this.
Yeah, yeah.
Why change it?
Yeah.
So, interesting, good questions there, Amos. I think.
That was when I saw that email. I was like, oh, that's good. There's some good topics we can discuss. Yeah, that's really good.
So if anyone listens to this and actually wants to, chime in on this and give some of their opinions.
Yeah, maybe we've got some expats listening and
and they've done it and they've decided to come back, or they've done it and they're staying there.
Yeah.
They can even tell us how they've done it.
I'd love to see if there are any that have done it and have come back, because
that'd be an interesting story.
Yeah, it'd be very interesting.
So good. I think that that was a good email. So thanks for that, Amos.
Look, I think the whole retirement thing is probably something we need to touch on, but I just feel like I don't know enough, and I've looked online for information in regards to it. And it's hard to find. There's a lot of contradicting information out there. It's hard to find solid information, and but maybe that's something we can touch on down the track is retirement. Yeah.
Well, that is look, I mean, I'm not there yet. I feel like
I'm not there yet.
I feel like I'm going to be working until I'm 90.
I wish my
financial situation, it'd be nice that something happens and we can plan it earlier.
Yep.
Because it's something interesting to do. I'd like to travel more.
Yeah.
And we've had this discussion. I still have a couple of bucket list things I need to do. I want to go to Europe. I want to go to Italy and visit some relatives that I haven't met before. We're going to the Super Bowl 2026. Hang on, not going to the Super Bowl. We're going to the States to watch the Super Bowl.
We might be going to the Super Bowl. We just hope that we can. Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, fingers crossed. So there's a couple of things there still I want to do other than Pattaya. But it'll always be a romantic destination of ours.
Oh, it's just a place I'll be going back to all the time. I might visit other parts of the world out of curiosity, but it won't be too far. Yeah. It won't be too long till I'm back there again.
It's a forever romance.
Yeah,
for us, absolutely.
I heard a vlogger talking about something. I can't remember exactly, and he came up and he was talking about someone, and the first time in Pattaya, was going to Pattaya the first time, and they asked him, "Oh, will I like it?" And he goes, "Will you like it? This won't be your last time.
Yeah.
Your first time's never your last time."
That's brilliant. I love it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's
just a reminder, guys. If you've got any stories, any topics like this email, for example, great topics. Got a full episode out of an email, which is what we love. Great discussion points. So if you've got anything like this, any questions, a story, anything, pattayadownunder@gmail.com, or even message us on the socials, Pattaya Down Under, Instagram and TikTok. So that's about it. That's all I have to say. Steve-O, you look like you got something to say.
Yeah, love is only a bar stool away.
Oh, you got me.
I got you. Didn't I?
All right, guys.
Take care, guys.
Thanks.
Talk to you next time.
See you later.
Cheers. Bye.